So here's the order of operations of what we're going to do together so that we are as efficient and effective and productive as possible. So the first thing we're going to do is to build out the process map from start to finish so that we can take into account what you would like Dubsado to do and send out, what you want your clients to do, and also what you want your teams to do. So I got us started by having the first two steps, and we're going to build this out together. So all you have to do is talk and I will make the process map. So it's a lot more efficient. And then what we're going to do next is we're going to fill out the components of Dubsado that we would like to use for your CRM and sales process. And because I know Dubsado and it can get pretty confusing if you're in the weeds, I broke out all the components that I believe you will need, and we can fill these in faster here so that we can have an idea of what we would actually like to use when it comes to doing Dubsado things. And then we're going to go back to the process map, update it based on the components that we have identified. And depending on how much time we have today, as well as other clients coming in to work on building their ops, I can send you home with homework essentially, and you can work on the build. And I can cool. This is looking really good. I love how everything is so neat and organized. I feel like there is room for us to do less manual work right here because that's just too much pink for my liking. So we can see where we can automate things, and if not, if you have to do them manually, we'll make sure that it is as efficient as possible. Okay, now that this is done, let's move on to the Dubsado components. So let's start with the easiest ones because you already have this in 17 hats, so this should be an easier thing to talk through. But remember, we don't have to bring everything over from 17 hats, so just think of this as a clean slate, but at least you're not starting from scratch. So let's do project statuses first, right? This is that high-level funnel view that you want to be able to see, and especially when you want to hand off this entire process to a team member so you can focus on other things. This will help you feel really good about knowing exactly where each and every client is at every stage at any given time. Sweet. This is looking really good. Like, I love all the statuses that we built out together. And the only thing that I am thinking about is if we can make everything automated, because an on-site visit has to account for a lot of things. Like, does your homeowner need to be home when you all go visit them, right? So that's something that we can noodle on, but this is a great start. And what I would love for you to do, given the time that we have left, is to begin populating some of the things that we have built out right here. So like project statuses, super easy to get started if you want like a quick win. And then after project statuses, I definitely would do workflow last, right? Because the workflow requires you to have all the different pieces built out. So I would go project statuses and then proposals. And because you already have contracts and sub-agreements and subcontracts from 17 hats, populating these in will be rather quick. So let's get those started first. And then if you run into any blocks.
A question back to our process mapping and for the workflow section. So I'm imagining, because in 17 hats I have like 10 different workflows. Should I be migrating them over to here? Or should I